Hey, what's good YouTube? Welcome to another video, and today's video is gonna be a bit of a breakdown of how Tydebo plays defense. And before we begin, I just want to say that he is definitely my favorite YouTuber, like 2K Myteam YouTuber right now, just mainly because he plays so good, and I learned a lot from him, and just watching him definitely improved my game by a lot. And like one wise man said in a video, watch any streamer that you want and analyze how they play. And before we get into an actual video, I just want to say thank you guys. You've been amazing. Your support has been amazing lately. And if you're new here, just drop a sub, click a like button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out a lot with that YouTube algorithm. So please do that. And now let's begin. And to start this, I just want to mention that this is from Myteam Madness tournament, and this is final against JayCanada against NBA 2K League players. So Ty really had to try his best in a game like this, and they're not playing with their own accounts, with their own nicknames, just because they're playing both consoles and stuff like that. But this is them playing, and let's just start with the defensive settings, which I know that a lot of you really are interested to know what players pro players are using. And so for defensive settings, what at least Ty uses is on ball pressure he sets to smother, and off ball pressure to tight. I'm pretty sure that he uses off ball pressure on tight mainly for a sole reason of not allowing too many easy cuts under the basket, because if defender is standing too close, then cuts are becoming a real issue. For on ball screen and off ball screen, he sets for defenders to go over, and he mainly does that so defender just goes over the screen and tries to fight it instead of going under and allowing an easy three-pointer. He just goes through this really fast, so I just have to stop every second here. So you can see on ball screen center, both set to go over, and for all the gauges he sets to catch hedge. So your center, when defending pick and roll, center goes up really high to stop that three-pointer. I know that quite a lot of people use no hedge there, and it's a personal preference. The movement on the center is pretty much the same. Catch hedge goes a bit higher than no hedge, but personally I prefer no hedge, just because I can get that momentum to try and get the steal from a point guard there. Stay attached automatic, post automatic. And I think the only thing else that he changes is drive help rules and screen help rules. Both of these are being set to no help, and the last one I'm not even sure how it's called, but I know that he sets it to no threes. So first thing that you will always notice when watching Ty play is that he always uses the full court pressure, no matter who he's playing against, no matter how good the opponent is. And again, this is a game for $1,000 basically, and he always just believes in himself, just because he knows how good of a defender he is. And if you do it for as long as possible, you will be better at it as well. And this is what I really encourage, just learning how to actually play it correctly, and just trying to learn it and become better and better at it. And the way Ty usually plays is he will try to control the guy who is defending the inbounder first, and you'll almost never see him actually pressing the guy who is inbounding, because he will try to catch a scary or whatever, just in case his opponent tries to do that. But as you can see, in this case it was a super quick inbound, so he is controlling D-Wade in this case, but switches to Anthony Davis really quick. And now by the way, the best way to get past the full court zone if you're on offense, this is just a quick tip, is to call for a screen. This is the easiest and most sure way to do it. This is what everyone does. So what Ty does here, my computer is actually bugging here, so it's pixels in a way, but if you see, he will play with D-Wade here, and he will he won't go to like he will not try to clamp the point guard. He will always play in a lane. So if his opponent tries to pass to Anthony Davis here, or even throw a scary here, he will be defending the lanes with D Wade on like in both cases here. So actually, let's just play through this whole possession to see how this pans out. Now if you keep on watching, now once everyone went to the other side of the court, he will try and get the bump steal with D Wade right here running into the point guard, and in this case it's not really successful, but you get those steals from time to time, so it's worth a try. And after you steal, you just switch to another defender, just so your defender gets back, well, D Wade in this case gets back in a better defensive possession, because computer just does it super fast, and it's more efficient to do it that way. And now carrying over, this is gonna be a normal pick and roll setting, and what you want to do in a normal pick and roll setting is control 3 of your players. So point guard, center, and you want to bait with somebody. So in this case, if you'll take a look at what Ty does, he switches to Antawn Jamison right here. This guy right here, Ty just goes up with him just in case his opponent wants to, well, drive straight to the basket, and he will prevent him from doing that. And also he doesn't overcommit with Jamison right there, and what happens is that Jamison is there both to defend the drive and to intercept the pass if his opponent would decide to do that. So let's just let this run through, and sorry. What happens here is he will play pick and roll, but Ty switches to Anthony Davis fast enough, so he gets back to the defense just in time to get a block there. And right here, that's the next possession. After that, the next Ty's defensive possession. So what you'll see is what happens when that full court press is being broken in this case. So just like an example on what should you do in a case like that when it's not really working that well for you. So he will get past here, and Ty overcommits with Jamison. Jamison stays too far back, and his center is, opponent's center is, has a free lane there to get a pass and score 2. So what Ty does, he switches to D Wade to help defend against the center, and instantly swings from the corner to get up and prevent the 3. And Wade gets back there. Like, what you want to do is just give up a 2 in a case like this, so at least you don't give up 3 points. Also, what I wanted to mention, that in this very case, like in this very possession, I'm pretty sure that that's what he actually wanted to do, but when he moved with Wade, he would want to switch to Granger faster, and get up to actually get a steal there, because when a shooting guard is open like this, your opponent will always pass to that open shooting guard, and if only Ty would have switched to Granger faster there, he would actually get a steal. I'm actually getting all the pixels on my screen. I don't know why it's not loading, but yeah, so if he switched it had 2 extra steps, it would have been an easy steal and an amazing defense. Okay, so here's gonna be another example of a really good pick and roll defense, and remember, you always have to keep your opponents guessing in this game, especially on defense. When you are playing defense, when they are attacking you, they need to guess what is your next action gonna be. So in this case, he will play pick and roll defense completely different from what you've seen on the last play, and here as you can see, he ends up pushing and clamping Curry, and on that moment when you realize that your opponent has to pass, you always have to mash your square button, and you get a lot of intercept steals that way. He doesn't get lucky in this case, but as you can see, he switches to Danny Granger here instantly. and he will control this left corner here. He doesn't try to get that bump steal with Jameson going like straight into a ball and reaching. Instead, he decides to control Danny Granger and come under the basket and help defense there. And if you would see how this plays out, let's just run this through. He fully commits here. There's two guys defending under the basket, and both of these guys are completely preventing his opponent to pass to the left corner, because pass is just gonna be intercepted, and no good player will even try to pass it like this, because it's 50-50 and you don't want to risk on a 50-50 in a situation like this. So what happens is he plays safe, and what Ty does here, he just controls George, and in this case, when he controls George, he actually, like, while standing here, he will get a steal if a pass goes there, and he will get a steal if a pass goes there. So he essentially, he's just defending two guys with one defender, and it's really good defense. And this is a good example on what kind of things you should use on defense, like what you should see, and just keep in mind that all the time when he is standing here, he is mashing his square button all the time, just in case his opponent tries to pass. So just watching this play out, yeah, you can see he doesn't want to pass, doesn't want to risk it, because most likely this would be a turnover when he's spamming square right there. And in here, he just has 5 seconds left, and this time, he commits, well, he just plays with the center, so that's another, well, different way to play defense, and he gets a stop. He was boxing his opponent for the whole 24 seconds. Okay, here's another pick and roll situation, and here I just wanted to show you guys on how you should utilize all your defenders while defending pick and roll. Like, even though it's only two guys attacking in a pick and roll type of scenario, but you can use all 5 of your guys to bait and to, like, prevent him from doing a lot of things, just because, like, he might get scared, like his pass is gonna get denied or stuff like that. So in this case, you will see how instantly he switches to Andrei Kirilenko, and he goes all the way from that right corner to prevent a pass there. So again, using a different type of defense on as many type of different defensive ways, whatever you want to call it, just to defend even the same play. So even though it's the same pick and roll, but you've seen on the first play he helped with a guy closest to him. Here he defends with the guy like furthest most further away, and he goes all the way here to prevent Curry from shooting a 3. Peyton is stuck right here on the screen, but even you can see that Cam Reddish is gonna be standing here, and he is in a lane to prevent both passes, this one and that one. So the guy cutting is a bit of a bigger problem, but Ty might still get a steal with the AK-47 here. He might get an interception there, but as you can see, he just switches to Cam Reddish straight away, and Cam Reddish, believe it or not, is still in a possession where he can get an intercept steal on both of these passes. So Jin just decides to make it safe and pass it right here. But again, that's just another way on how you can rotate and bait your opponent and just try to make him commit a turnover one way or another. Now, this is a defensive position that I really like. So it starts, of course, with a full court press as always, and he controlled AD for a moment just in case he passed, Jin passed to his own AD, so to intercept a steal in a lane, and Ty switches to Paul George right in the right corner right there, and now just make him run with that George all the way to try and get the steal. Basically, in this case, as you can see, Wade is running a little bit behind, and he will catch up because I'm pretty sure Curry is a bit slower, at least with ball, than D-Wade, and D-Wade will catch up. He will start kind of like touching and slowing Curry down even more. So in this case, this is like a good thing, another thing that you can do to get a bump steal. So with that Granger, he just runs and tries to reach. I don't know if you saw it, but he tried to reach. He didn't even get the animation there, so kind of unlucky. That happens from time to time, and he instantly switches to I think that's Paul George. Sorry, that's all those pixels for some reason are just messing everything up. But yeah, he instantly switches to him, and he will defend two by moving a bit upwards, so he can prevent Jin from passing to the guy in a corner. To the guy in a corner and to the guy standing on a wing. And in here, what happens? Let me just clear that up. In here, what happens? He has two guys here defending. Granger is going back. He double teams Curry, and he knows that double team is gonna cost Jin like at least a second. So what the Tide does, he switches to Paul George and gets that easy steal. And I'll end this with what I would say is like the most basic defensive rotations that I think you should start with, especially if you're defending pick and roll. This is like the most basic kind of thing that you should, at least like if you haven't tried playing defensive rotations on defense and you don't know what that is, and you just haven't even heard about it before. So if that's the case, this is the thing that you should start with. In a pick and roll type of setting, what you want to do firstly is, like, you're defending on ball right now as Ty does. He just defends with Paul George. He defends AK-47, then he switches to AD, trying to get that bump steal by going into AK-47 when he goes through the screen right here. It doesn't work, he didn't get that animation, and as soon as it didn't work, what the Ty does, he just switches to the guy in the strong corner. So in this case it's Wade, and Wade goes under the basket. He switches back to AD and helps that corner. So that's that kind of triangle type of rotation defense, and I think this is the most basic thing that everyone has to know if they want to play good defense, and this is like a good starting point for everyone who is trying to learn. And so yeah, as I mentioned before, I honestly think that if you never tried it, this is where you start.